You want to hear about the worst date ever?
The one where you met Michelle?
I went out with a girl that was 6'3" one time.
Oh, my God, really?
No, I'm kidding. No, that's a joke. It's a joke. All right.
You had me hooked.
But I'm serious, though. You want to hear about the worst? This is real, though. I've got a story of the worst date ever. Can you imagine that you're out on a date with a guy, and while you're out on the date, the guy is arrested at dinner at a restaurant on suspicion of child molestation and sexual exploitation?
Oh, my God.
Roxanne, was that a clutch the pearls over there?
It's
You were
disgusting.
like,
Yeah.
This is a man was arrested on Friday after being accused of child molestation, sexual exploitation, according to the Seattle Police Department. According to police, detectives began investigating a suspect accused of these allegations, and officers were following the guy, found him eating at a restaurant with a woman, and it turned out that they were on their first date. While the guy is at dinner, because they were following him, they had a warrant for his arrest. They arrest the guy in the restaurant while he's seated with the date. Come on, is that the worst date ever? Does he call the lady back? Hey, can we do a do-over on this?
Hey, Jill, this is Chet. Listen, I bonded out, and I'm available next Friday.
Yeah.
I have a house arrest ankle on. Yeah. Can you come over to my place?
I'm guessing that the woman on the date had no idea that this guy was like an accused child molester.
I would love to see the cop cam of that.
Dude, I have a still picture of it. I have a picture of him walking out of the restaurant, cuffed and stuff.
Yeah, the guy, he has a T-shirt on, and he's got his hands behind his back, and the cops are walking him out of the restaurant. There's a picture on this happened up in Seattle. And there's a picture on the Cairo 7 website, KIRO television.
On the Seattle Police Department's Twitter page, they post a still image of him just with his hands behind his back. He's wearing like a medium T-shirt, and he's going to jail.
Do you think we can ask women that are listening right now, can you top a worse date than that?
Oh, I bet you there are women who can.
All right, I'll tell you what.
Worse than dating a pedo?
Okay, worse than him being arrested mid-date.
The man was arrested on a $250,000 felony warrant. In September, detectives began an investigation into a suspect accused of child molestation, sexual exploitation. And then here in December, police found the suspect dining with a woman on what appeared to be a date. Officers arrested the suspect on his $250,000 felony warrant. All right, so ladies, women listening, have you been on a worse date than that? Or does it come close? This guy was arrested at dinner at a restaurant and perp walked out in handcuffs. What happens? Did they already order stuff? Was he able to?
Date does it happen exactly right? Because cops are watching him the whole time.
Right. So did they already order? Meaning, I would assume that the guy was going to pay for the dinner for the date. So what happened? Did the woman get left holding the tab?
Yeah.
Did they already have drinks and appetizers? Had the meal arrived? How far did the cops let him get into the meal?
What were they talking about when it happened? That's what I want to know.
MJ, you're the cop. Do you arrest this guy like as the food comes and he's like, all right, this looks really good.
Those chicken nachos look good.
Dig in.
Let's go to phones on this. So ladies, women listening, I'd like to know, have you, and I'm saying women because it was a woman on the date, the guy gets arrested for this warrant. I'd like to know, women, have you been on a date possibly this bad or close? Or what was the worst date you've ever been on? Any extenuating circumstances, anything insane, anything crazy happen on your date? Or can you top your date being arrested on a $250,000 felony molestation warrant? All right, the number to call in, 800-990-1047. So, ladies, I'd like to hear about your really, really, really bad dates. Can you top it? Or get close. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Anyone listening, you ever have a date arrested during the date?
All right, so I have to assume that they met on online. You know, a lot of people first dates they meet like
Yeah.
on Tinder or
Yeah.
Plenty of Fish. I would bet that he left this off of his profile.
Maybe they
Yeah.
met on Plenty of Felons. Oh, yeah.
there you go.
I'm guessing.
She had no
Hey,
idea.
it's a new. Well, listen, there's a prison dating website right there. You got prison dating apps, but I'm guessing that the guy did not say, "Hey, by the way, there's a $250,000 felony warrant out for my arrest because I'm accused of child molestation and what was the other charge?
Exploitation.
And exploitation.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Heinous things.
All right. So, Fester, with you on
I'm
meet.
on- yeah.
You're on meetinmate.com.
Meet-and-inmate.com. Lady inmates, male inmates. Which one do you want to meet, Rox? I'll start a pen pal.
I mean,
I'll find a pen pal for you.
Look at the cutie behind the fence out in
Yeah,
the.
that's
yeah,
enticing.
look at that.
Oh.
All right, so Andrew's screening some calls now, so we'll see what we get here. But ladies, have you had any really awful, terrible dates? Anything come close to this guy getting arrested in the middle of dinner at a restaurant? 800-990-1047 if you'd like to share your story. Let's say hi to Heather. Heather in Newport Richey. Hey, Heather, welcome.
Hi. So I got several of them, but I would have to say my worst one was where I ended up in a wheelchair for almost 7 months.
What? You went on a date and you ended up in a wheelchair for almost 7 months?
Hi, Mom. First and only blind date ever. Picked me up in a stolen vehicle. Never even actually made it on the date.
Wait a second. So
What?
Wait, this is good.
Something tells me this event ends very unfunny.
The guy picks you up in a stolen car?
Yep. Ran from the cops.
Wait a minute. You were during the date you were in a pursuit?
Yep. He rolled the car 5 times, broke both of my ankles. I ended up having to have surgery with 3 pins in one and 5 in the other.
Oh my God. Worst date ever.
I don't know that laughing is the appropriate
I'm
reaction.
sorry.
Jay.
No,
it's a nervous laughter. It's a shock.
I'm nervous. I'm very nervous because this is Heather. This is insane. So I didn't think that I would get even close. But here, the first story is the guy got arrested for child molestation in the middle of the date. You get picked up in a stolen car. And that while you were driving in the car, I guess cops ran the tags, found the car stolen. They lit you up to try to pull you over. Then he fled the police. And the next thing you know, you're in a high-speed chase, and he rolls the car 5 times?
Yep.
Where did this happen? What city?
Franklin, North Carolina.
Oh, my God.
How'd you meet this guy?
Yeah, that's a good question.
A girl I worked with hooked me up with him. Apparently, he wanted to impress me, so he stole the car.
What kind of car was
Is
it?
he a Hell's Angel?
That's a good question. Yeah, what kind of car was it?
It was just a freaking Honda.
Just a Honda Civic.
I suppose.
Okay.
Now, Heather, did you have a seatbelt on?
I did, which is the only reason that the only thing that happened to me was my ankles being broken.
Oh, my God. And then what happened to him?
Oh, he went to jail for quite a long time. I don't know very much about it, but I mean, I have had some doozies. I had a guy who stalked me for about a year and a half, writing me poems how he was going to kill me.
Wait a minute, he wrote
That's passion.
He wrote you poems on how he was.
What the heck is happening with you, man?
MJ, none of this is funny. No.
He can't even breathe.
All right. I would almost take the poem guy over the stolen car guy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Is there anything else, Heather?
Like I said, I've got some doozies. I'm 47. I've been dating a long time.
Oh, wow. All right. That incredible stories, Heather. Thank you.
But
Have a great day. Wow. I
I've
didn't
got
even
one.
think.
I think I have one that.
I don't
beats-
think I want to go any further because all the calls now are going to be letdowns.
Well, this
Yes.
text is
Yes.
a letdown, but it's a horrible story. Okay, so this person in Clearwater, this woman in Clearwater, said she met a guy that had just gotten out of prison for murdering his girlfriend.
What?
And he said he
Okay.
had been doing drugs and he woke up and she was laying next to him dead. But he did have therapy in prison.
Roxanne should go
No
to prison
second date.
for murdering the word murdering.
Wait, and how did she meet? Did she say how she met
No, I'll ask her.
And
All
how
right.
do you get out of? You murder somebody. How's he out of prison?
I served my 20.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
That's insane.
All right.
You've been all righted by Fester.
I feel really awkward right now.
Why?
Because there's a kind of a comedic angle to the guy getting arrested during dinner after appetizers. The poor Heather calls it with broken ankles getting rolled 5 times in a stolen vehicle.
Funny.
No, it's not.